kittens, welcome back, and today we'll finally be reviewing the Miraculous Ladybug Season 6 finale. I decided to make this just one video because it's gonna be rather small as I don't really have much to talk about. Most stuff was honestly just a nothing burger, but there are stuff that I do want to highlight, so I decided to just do one video for the whole thing. So yeah, we're gonna start off with Secret Protocol, obviously, and that episode was just honestly one of the best episodes in the show. Absolutely amazing. The whole vibe, it felt like a thriller. I know people were like, oh, it was like a horror. No, it was not horror, it wasn't scary. It was more of a thriller. Absolutely amazing. I hope we get more episodes like this because this was for once actually interesting. It was so good seeing Meredith being paranoid and putting up I don't know, more than 2,000 secret protocol, which is damn girl, I could not be able to do that. It was amazing. I loved seeing all the heroes at the beginning, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely phenomenal. The whole episode was amazing, seeing how Marinette was so suspicious all the time, and then Uncle Wayne comes and you are left guessing whether it's Lila or him. You don't get an actual answer to the end. It was so unsettling. I do have to say, Tiki, oh my fucking goodness, Tiki, I cannot. That Kwame is gonna drive me insane because I hated her this episode. It made no sense. She was basically like, Marinette, you're just being extra and stuff. Girl, you were there when the Miraculous were stolen. You were there when Hawkmoth defeated her. You cannot be saying she's being too extra. I have no idea what's happening to Tiki this season, but honestly, I do not like it. She's acting so different than season 1, and I feel like I'm kind of mischaracterizing her. I don't know. But, I mean, the rest of the episode was adorable. I loved, the family vibe of it. But then also, the thriller vibe and, the mysteries. It was so good. The morning vibe, it was so refreshing and cozy. It was definitely new. Because Miraculous tends to have this more, cartoonish, everyday sunshine vibe. But this one was, a cozy morning vibe. It was so good. And the ending, I don't really have much to talk about this episode besides the ending. The ending was insane. Oh my god, I would have never guessed, not in a million years, that she would have revealed her identity. I never thought she would have revealed her identity to her parents. Not once. It was such a plot twist, and I was watching this with my sister. We ended up screaming our lungs out, being like, oh my god, she did not. It was left on such a good cliffhanger. Oh my god, I have no idea if any of y'all have watched this, but Henry Danger, this scene reminded me so much of the finale of Henry Danger, where he revealed his identity to his parents. The flashbacks and the nostalgia I got from it, absolutely amazing. It was like a deja vu. It was the most unpredictable thing that has happened in Miraculous so far. Honestly, I would have not have been as shocked if she revealed her identity to someone like Adrian or something. But oh my god, this whole episode was amazing. It's just amazing. It was not that heavy, besides the ending, obviously, but it was so nice. It balanced out the cozy slice of life feeling with the uneasiness of it all. It was just 10 out of 10, probably the best episode this season, and one of the best in the history of the show. Alia was really good this episode. I loved how she was managing the fake ladybug and everything. Girly Pop is talented. Can you imagine having to control the ladybug mirage, but if something touches it, it's gone, and stuff would go haywire if that happens. Alia is skilled, and she does not get enough recognition for that. But I cannot say the same thing about Carapace and Cat Noir. They were very useless this episode because why were they so dumb? I cannot be the only one that was oh my god, they're so freaking dumb this episode. And the others, I don't even remember who else was in this episode because they did absolutely nothing, honestly. I mean, well, they did do something, but not enough that I could really care about. Also, it was nice seeing Cat Noir go on attack mode when he sees Marinette struggling. It was cute, but at the same time, kitty cat, you need to remember that if you do that, people get suspicious. What am I joking? No, they won't. This is Miraculous. No one gets suspicious when it comes to this damn show. But I mean, yeah, it was cute. It was nice Mari chat moments. I was never like a huge shipper of this, but like, it's cute. We love it. But if he continues this charade, people are gonna get suspicious soon. Why Cat Noir suddenly cares so much about Marinette Dupanching? But then again, knowing the Miraculous universe, they probably don't give a flying duck. Now, talking about Nemesis, oh my god, my thoughts on this episode are very unorganized, so I'm sorry about that, but I'll just be giving like highlights as I do not want to talk about the whole thing, and I cannot remember the whole thing. It was disappointing. If I had to summarize it in one word, it would be disappointing. It was not finale worthy. Secret Protocol should have been the finale. It was like, I feel like they kind of hyped it up to be way more interesting than it ended up being. Like, first of all, the plan. Marinette came up with that plan. It was a great plan. Very smart. Like, I don't like Marinette, but like, you cannot admit she's not smart. She is incredibly smart. The whole plan was, well, I was gonna say well thought out, but honestly, it had some problems. I mean, the plan was smart, but then again, there are so many stuff they could have done differently. For example, why didn't they just unify the mouse and be Miraculous so they can just paralyze Layla? Why didn't they have Ryuko follow her as Wind Dragon? Why did they not get Luca so they can restart? Like, just, there were so many ways they could have actually won this, but they're gonna drag the show for like 5 more seasons, so they're obviously not gonna end it. And I feel like this is a huge problem. Like, they're playing very dumb when it comes to the characters. They gave them a plan that could actually defeat Layla, but because it could actually defeat her, they had to nerf everyone because, like, they can't win. If they won this season, how are they gonna drag this out for like 5 more seasons? They needed to do something. Honestly, Pegasus was the MVP of this episode. He is working overtime. Like, oh my god, I swear to god, he's the only useful Miraculous holder. All the others are ridiculous. Also, speaking of ridiculous, where the hell is Argos? Why is he not here? They were literally all there except Alex, obviously. Luca's at Brazil. He's also gonna have a whole Brazil special dedicated to him. Felix? Where the fuck is Felix? Did we just like forget he exists or something? He's in Paris, right? He moved to Paris by this point. I'm pretty sure this is the last episode chronologically. So, where was he? Does he just not like care? Because he was there in Secret Protocol. He was there in the beginning reading those protocols, so like, where is he? Do we like not need him? I mean, I don't know how much of a help he would have been this episode, but like, he's really smart, so he should have done something. I can't. I feel like it's very weird they did not have an episode for him this season. I'm assuming and hoping they are saving him for season 7. Something that has to do with him. Oh my god, if they reveal that he's secretly working for Lila, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I made this random comparison in my mind, but if you've watched Murder Drones, you would know what I'm talking about. So like, Jay works for Sin, and she does not want to work for her, but she doesn't have like any other choice. She needs to work for her. I had this like weird comparison. I was like, what if this is like the same thing? What if Argos like has to work with Chrysalis for some reason, but like he doesn't want to work with her? I don't know how much of this is true. I don't think it would be true. I highly doubt Miraculous will do this route, but it's really interesting, and I would have loved for him to be revealed as like not like a twist villain, but like he's trying to protect Marinette and the others' identities because he already knows that, so he's like lying to Crystal, saying he doesn't know anything, but he does. Yeah, no, the Miraculous writers aren't smart enough for that. No, I'm probably just like hoping for way too much. He's probably just they probably just forgot about him, honestly. Realistically, they just forgot about him. So yeah, I guess we'll see him next season, but I don't think so. Oh my god, if we do not have a season dedicated, or like half a season dedicated to him, I will crash out, because where the hell could he possibly be? He is in Paris right now. I do have to say, like, the beginning of the episode where Alia like figures out Marinette is I was gonna say Marinette's Monarch. No, where Monarch is Gabriel. It was smart, but at the same time, I feel like it could have also been just like a delusion. Like Marinette could have like easily manipulated Alia into thinking that she was wrong, because I mean technically the scenario she came up with is wrong, but I mean the identity is true, but like the scenario, the specific scenario she came up with, what is wrong with me, was wrong. So I feel like Marinette could have obviously very simply gaslit Alia, and she tried to, she really did, but Alia knows her, like she really knows her. I kind of wish Marinette pushed a bit harder so that she did end up like convincing Alia otherwise. I feel like she definitely could have had, but like the way she was speaking, I feel like Alia kind of sensed that she was lying. I know a lot of people are hating on Alia. I mean, personally, I'm on her side. I do not think Marinette should be lying to Adrian. I don't think she should decide what's good for him. And if you're calling Alia a bad friend because of this, then you probably never had any good friends, because if someone genuinely loves you and cares for you, they will tell you when you are wrong. They will not stand with you when you are wrong. They will be against you when you are wrong. A true friend will never support you hurting yourself. Like, just imagine someone is self-harming themselves and their friend sees that and knows that and is against that. They can be sympathetic. They can understand why they're doing certain stuff. But they will never encourage their friend to keep harming themselves. If you encourage your friend to harm themselves, you are not a real friend. A real friend would be against this, and Alia is honestly one of the realest friends. Also, when you consider the fact that her family nearly died to Monarch, it's pretty understandable why she does not want to support Marinette in lying to Adrian and stuff, because Marinette is mentally harming herself. This is horrible for her mental health. Alia knows that, so she is not going to encourage that. If she did, she would be enabling her behavior, which is not a good thing. So honestly, there's the one thing I will always talk about is that Alia has always enabled Marinette's behavior. When it came to stalking, she has always enabled Marinette's behavior, and this is like one of the worst aspects of her, is that she was very supportive when it came to Marinette's toxic obsession with Adrian. But now she is like being a reasonable person. I understand why some people think she might be selfish. I don't think so. I feel like you'll need to keep in mind this is also hurting Alia in a way, because someone who tried to kill her and her family is being praised as a hero. And we might not see it, but Alia could be very close to Adrian. They do not have a very present on-screen relationship, but judging by what we're hearing, they are probably close friends. She would not want to do this to him. So I can honestly understand her. I feel like people should try to understand her. Oh, well, you're only defending Alia because you like her, and you're only defending Marinette because you like her. We are both being biased here, but honestly, in reality, Alia, both of them are both wrong and right. There is no right answer to this. It just comes down to opinion. And I mean, it's not like Alia was like, oh, well, I'm gonna go tell Adrian and everyone. She just said, don't lie to me again if you want our friendship to continue. She was not threatening Marinette. She was like placing a boundary. If you cross that boundary, you do not have the right to be friends with her. Every healthy friendship needs boundaries, and people need to understand that. Enough talking about Alia. Now we will talk about Lila and her new shape-shifting ability. I have always been against the Aglaea's Lila theory, because I was like, no way, they don't look alike. But now that we know she can apparently shapeshift, this does changes things, because if she can shapeshift, then obviously she can shapeshift into Aglaea. I do not think Sublime is. I highly doubt Sublime is Lila, but Aglaea could be Lila. I really don't want to believe that she is, but she definitely could be, considering we have not seen an on-screen akumatization, at least I don't remember. And since she can shapeshift, it's definitely a possibility now. I'm not gonna claim she is, because I really hope she's not, but then again, right now, no one can be sure of anything. I do wonder where this ability came from, honestly. Could it be the blue light that she saw at the end of season 5 that we still don't know what it's about? Could it be that random thing that ended up in the in like the last bit of the Tokyo special. I don't know. I have no idea what it could possibly be. Could be that the Hound that we see in the end of the New York special. There are so many unanswered questions from like spin-offs and stuff. I feel like we should definitely be getting answers by now. I'm assuming season 6 was supposed to be like the hero of the week kind of thing. You know, it was like a like rebrand of season 1. So I'm hoping season 7 is gonna be similar to season 5, being a lot more lore heavy rather than like slice of life, you know. So yeah, hopefully we'll get our answers in season 5, not 5, 7, because we have like 50 unanswered questions from season 6 alone. What is happening with the Chop trio? Who are they? Are they working with Lila? Is that Lila? What is happening to the others? How can Lila shapeshift? What was the blue light at the end? Did Meredith tell Adrian the secret? What happened to the letter? Is Natalie evil? With the council? No way. Like, what the hell happened to him? Felix, you just is like not present. All of this needs to be answered in season 7. Hopefully it will be a lore heavy season because we desperately need another season like season 5. A few other things I want to talk about very quickly is Lila like running in the catacombs. She has burnt down everything, so does this mean all the books and stuff she had are gone? Maybe people are like, oh, her wigs, girl, who the fuck cares about her wigs? She can buy more wigs. But like the books, does she have copies? All the notes she took, are those like burnt? What happened to them? Like, what is her reaction? We do not know that, and I am like hoping we get to see it, because where is she going now? She has burnt down everything. Could they have been restored by the Ladybug Miraculous? I don't think, because it wasn't caused by the villain. I don't know, but I hope we get an answer. Also, now speaking of Lila, I want to talk about something that was revealed a while back, not like a while back, but like a few days ago. So it was confirmed that Lila is the biological daughter of Tomo and the biological sister of Kagami. I am not shocked. I'm not shocked. I think it was obvious with all of the like hints we got in season in like throughout the season. I mean, she did like quite literally flat out said she was related to them, but people were like, oh, it's just a manipulation tactic. I mean, I understand the mother, how like her calling Tomo mother could be like a manipulation tactic, but like calling Kagami her sister, like why would that be a manipulation tactic? It had nothing to do with it, so it was very obvious. Also, like looking back at it now, you know, I feel like it was a bit obvious when it comes to like the past seasons. I cannot remember when, but like that episode where Kagami gets akumatized because I don't know, I think she's jealous of Adrian and Lila or something, but Lila sees like a photo. She's in Adrian's room. She sees a photo of Adrian in the fencing uniform with his class and next to him Kagami, and she specifically points out Kagami. I do not know it's because I think she was the only girl there. Maybe she knew she was close to Adrian. I don't know, but I think she specifically called her out because it's her sister. She like recognized her, and she also said, you know, I lived in Japan for a few years. Like that could not have been a coincidence. Also in season 5, her getting specifically close to Kagami out of seemingly nowhere, in that like one scene where she says to Kagami, you're more than a friend to me, you're like a sister. The emphasis on sister should have had sirens going off. It's not like she was like, oh no, you're more than a friend to me, you're like a sister. You're like a sister. The emphasis on sister should have been questionable. I have no idea how we missed that. We like this fandom diagnoses everything, so I have no idea how we could have missed it. But honestly, I think it was obvious. And I'm very happy. I love this. I love it because Kagami's going to be a more prominent character. And if Kagami's prominent, Felix will be prominent. And I also love Lila. And like, Lila and Kagami are two of my favorite characters. So like, they're related. I am amazed. I am happy. And I love it. So I hope season 7 focuses on their relationship. I do need to know Lila's backstory. I need to know her backstory with Tomo. I'm assuming Kagami doesn't know this. But like, if she is her biological sister, did Tomo have her with another man? Could she be a Senti? I highly doubt it. I don't think she's a Senti, but like, how much older is Lila then? Like, you know, we really need these questions answered. All in all, this was a rather boring finale. I feel like if the end had it been confirmed that Lila is Tomo's daughter, like somehow, like undoubtedly confirmed, I feel like that would have been like such a cliffhanger and it would have been so much better. But it ended up on a note that Marinette's gonna break up with Adrian. Is she actually gonna do that? I don't know. I have no idea if she actually would. Maybe I think they're just baiting us and she's not actually gonna break up with him. Honestly, if she does, I don't really care because I've never been a fan of Adrianette. So yeah, share your thoughts and opinions. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I would love to hear your opinions because honestly, this finale was as disappointing as the Digital Circus one, and that one was very, very disappointing. So yeah, tell me your thoughts and theories, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye.